my God. I finally got you. Sorry, I had to get that out. I was fangirling for a second. It's been a long weekend. I've done a lot of recording, so bear with me. Yeah. I'm glad the Jack's sitting behind me. As always, hashtag Jack Daniels. This message is not sponsored.
Yeah.
Not yet. I got my good friend, good longtime friend, Justin Pike, in the house. What's your middle name? Do you have a middle name?
I do.
What is it? What do we say?
Dean Peter.
What?
Yep.
Say Dean Peter?
Yep.
You have two?
Two of them.
I have two. I
I'm
didn't
pretty
know
sure
that.
we've had this conversation a few times.
Probably. We always drink to the point of your hair getting messy, so
Hey, whoa, wait.
that's
Hat first.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite point in time. When you were a car salesman, we'd go out while you were all fucking spiffy, and he'd start getting drunk, and I could tell he was getting drunk because his hair started getting a little fucking, a little sideways and shit. Like, oh god, he's leaving the group chat. Here he goes, actively. Oh man, I'm glad to have you. I'm glad. I let you decide on a time. It was kind of funny because like week after week you were like inching more and more into it, and I'm a little curious as to why.
I mean, the big thing is, before I even knew what the podcast was about, I told you that I'd be there to support you with it. And
You did, and you have been.
So I was like, there's only one real way to support him, and that's to actually get out here and be with him and do this thing. So may as well just do it.
Fucking do it. And a couple of really big proponents to what this thing has become and is far from being finished. As always, Jason's in the house. He's always just chilling in here. But he is... You two have probably been the biggest physical proponents of this whole thing. So thank you both. Sheldon is a very also big proponent of this, but I mean the physicality of the studio. Sheldon is going to fix our quality, because that seems to be a problem. He knows lots of stuff he's got to teach me. So I'm excited about that, because I fucking need it.
Gonna get that white noise cleared out.
The thing you hear right now?
No, the thing that I showed you that last time I was over here.
Yeah, I don't know if it's from the cables or the headphones. I don't know if it's actually being recorded or not.
Ah.
So, yeah, we're going to get figured out, essentially. That's what I was shooting for. But I was thinking about it the other day, actually probably while I was talking to Sheldon. I was thinking to myself, like, why don't you fucking three knuckleheads come together and make a goddamn podcast? Because I'm really not doing a whole lot here. It's like, Sheldon brought the equipment. I mean, I bought a couple of pieces. I set up the studio. I brought a couch in here. I did bring the couch. I'll give myself that. You did the electrical. You did the fucking building. So all I do is sit in here and talk?
Brought the computer in and shit.
Nope. Sheldon did that.
Well, you know how to push all the buttons to make this thing go out there.
Okay.
I did the other day. So
I was just trying to figure out kind of where my position was here. Anyway.
right there.
You're the one that likes being in the uncomfortable positions.
I'm always uncomfortable, man. That's the secret. Always uncomfortable. You ought to see me during sex.
Hey,
It's terrible. Now you're going to be thinking about it.
now we're gonna just walk in.
Next time you're doing shit, you're going to just wonder about my legs. They shift off. No, I'm kidding. It's not that bad.
I was gonna open the door next time.
What next time? There's no next time.
Whenever something.
You got to have people in your life to do that, and I'm not fucking him. Well, it's...
You got Ruger.
If I don't show up to work tomorrow... Okay, if I get arrested tomorrow morning before we go to work... It's a good thing this doesn't air for another week. I got time to think about it. Fuck. Well, I am glad you considered helping me out and doing this thing and being a bigger part of it. But there was nothing... you feel like any other want or need to get something out, or maybe just having the ability to air some shit and talk in general?
Not really. I thought it would be kind of interesting to to see kind of what you guys have on your perspective, because I'm a real big critic on myself, very hard on myself,
There you go.
and so
I would definitely say, I can't speak for him, but I feel the same way, man. I hold myself a lot fucking higher than I probably should, and it's a real big problem. It leads to a lot for me. I overthink. I constantly worry about, what people are thinking when I leave a situation.
100%. Every
Like,
time you
it-
say something and nobody responds, you're like, oh wow, did that come off wrong?
Yeah, how did I say that? Yeah, like even when you two guys fucking leave the room or a situation, I'm like, are we good? What did I just say?
Think about it for 3 fucking days.
Yeah, dude. Mm-hmm. So, well, that's cool. See, that's a good start. I was kind of wondering, something that has been brought to my attention in general when I started this whole thing, and I got to really thinking about everybody that's been on and everybody that's wanted to be involved, was I really can't say that I know a lot of people, like, really fucking know them, like, at their core. And I guess that's kind of what this thing turned into was, I mean, like, your perspective and just being able to kind of understand the angles of how other people see situations and how they compute and how everybody thinks about things.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that a lot of people are very, very kept to themselves.
Yeah.
As far as
Yeah.
trying to let a lot of how they process things and how they see things out. It's one of those, I think most people, more often than not, are actually scared to be judged by others, whether they think they are or not.
I've gone back and forth with myself quite a bit about this because I've always probably been a real big overthinker when it comes to shit like this. Um, and as far as everything that I've been told, in the past, just past experiences, in my experience, it doesn't seem like people think about things quite as much as I think into things. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
And I
I've
kinda-
been told the same thing.
Yeah, so I kind of don't understand that, and I kind of don't understand how that works. I mean, again, going back to being overly critical about myself, I feel like I give a shit about most of the things that I do and say throughout the day.
100%. I mean, so, like, from my take on something like that is, back when I was selling cars, it always blew my mind when I'd have customers come in and their credit scores were well under 500, and it's like, I didn't even know credit scores went this low. And these people, they come in and it's like, it doesn't bother them. They're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have a super high interest rate, I don't care, I just give me a car. And it's like, for me, if my credit starts dropping below a certain point, I'm like, I'm really fucking some shit up, like, and I stress about that, like.
It actually, this is something I actually got to talk to with another coworker today. It kind of feels more so like the majority of people just kind of, I don't want to say go with the flow, because that is a good thing, but it feels like the majority of people just kind of don't really care much on a day-to-day.
More of just a survival. They're just in that survival mode.
I guess,
just go.
yeah. It honest to God just reminds me of like a bunch of fucking sheep.
Yep, 100%.
Like people just don't care to think about or expand on things as often as I feel like they should be. And this is what I feel like makes me stand out, but it's also a big, that's a fucking fear of mine. I don't really want to stand out this much, but I give a fuck about everything I do and say.
Yeah.
So, for people like that, they're just like, oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I could say for myself, like, I take great pride in the work that I do, and so when I do something and people start criticizing it, it's like, well, I've seen the work most of you guys do, and you don't you don't have the ability to criticize me, like.
Yeah, it's mind blowing, and it's definitely one of the reasons I feel like I'm just an overthinker. But I don't know if that's true, because again, we go back to the core. I believe that most people would just much rather be shut off, which is also a big thing for me. I don't understand how people just shut it. What do you?
It's easier to not talk about it than to sit there and think about it.
Well,
I mean,
that's different from what I'm saying, because I agree with you on that, which is also not a good thing. It's definitely easier just to not bring shit up and not talk about it half the time. I feel like that's a whole different conversation that we can get into, but just seems like most people are just locked in on the flow and recirculating their days and just doing their thing for no reason.
yeah, people
So-
are definitely comfortable with having a 9 to 5 and not trying to reach outside of that or get out of their comfort zone. And I think that's kind of what you're going for there.
That I think, yeah, you're 100% right on that. Getting out of your comfort zone, doing things that you're uncomfortable with to make things happen.
Better your situation, whether it be financially or just in your life in general.
Right.
Just get into that better spot of your life.
Yep. That's definitely something that I myself have been pushing myself to do over the last couple of years. Just start fucking pushing, and focusing, and I mean, here we are. Maybe one day. But there's a lot of shit that we're gonna plan on doing, and a lot of stuff that's gonna plan on happening. Stuff I've talked about with you, and there's no sense in not trying to do shit to make your shit better.
Oh yeah, you definitely gotta have those visions, and the more you talk about it, the more achievable it actually becomes. I mean, the more you keep that shit hidden, you're never gonna achieve it.
You feel that, right? The more you physically, continuously make shit materialize in your head,
Oh, 100%.
it definitely will manifest itself in its own way. The opportunities will start showing up where you need them to show up, And I think that's a really big thing. It sounds strange, but I think it's true. I mean, you just force yourself to have a vision, and you force yourself to want and to work, and
Sometimes you gotta shut the door to get the other door.
are you talking about closing chapters? Yeah. That's kind of what I was dabbling in earlier. You've had to do a lot of that lately.
Oh, just one door.
Just one really big door. It was a French door.
Oh,
Double pane glass.
You ever seen at the really big houses how they got a 20-foot door?
Yeah.
It was that
That's the
motherfucker.
one I had to
20-foot French door.
Yeah.
Takes 4 people to open and close.
Yeah.
No, but you're 100% right, and that's also kind of what you've been witnessing me do for, the last year. You got to take out all the stuff that's just going to anchor you.
It's definitely surrounding yourself with the right people. And that's kind of what we talked about the other day is, putting yourself around those people that they have that vision to grow and they have that vision to become something. Those
Mhm.
people that are just comfortable, those are the people that I myself have started, shying away from, and because I've got plans that, me and you have talked about, and
Mm-hmm.
some that I've already in the works on, and I've definitely invested a lot of money into trying to grow myself.
That is one thing for you that I have noticed over the last couple of years as well is you've done quite a bit of exploring, trying to figure out kind of what direction and with whom, so to speak, and you've stepped outside a couple different comfort zones, but you've also narrowed your list down quite a bit to make sure that you're taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, probably the same reaction I got when I started doing it was, nobody fucking understands, and nobody's going to understand unless they have the same mindset. I didn't in the beginning, but I have thought about it over the last 6 months, and I know what you're doing.
I'd say the part that's made it easier for me than probably it was for you is I've always been a lot more that quieter guy,
Mm-hmm.
kept more in the back. People don't really notice as much when I'm not around. As if Sage ain't around, because
Why, Justin?
Sage is loud as fuck.
There you go. See? This is something I don't
So-
see, but thank you.
It's alright, he tells me the same fucking thing. Loud as fuck.
In the morning. You're only loud in the morning.
That's because you're quiet as fuck.
Yeah, that's fair.
See,
I'm a little sadistic.
Jason,
in the
but you
morning.
also need translators, so
Yeah, he knows how to read me. He knows how to read me pretty good. Everybody else is like,
Holy shit.
drunk.
What is he saying to me? What the fuck does that mean? No, it's
it's okay. He talks better when he's drunk. Just-
him?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. His point is clear as fuck. No, but you're right. That probably made it a little bit easier for you because I'm definitely outspoken at times. I can't hold it in, man.
Yeah, because like, even like when I kind of just kind of stepped back from our whole group,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there was really only like 2 people that ever reached out and were like, "Hey, where the fuck did you go?"
Right.
And besides that, nobody even really like realized.
Yeah, that was definitely one of those things that it's funny because that gets spoken about so much. You know, everybody always says, "Well, stop texting and see who actually texts." That whole fucking that whole thing, and it's true. I mean, I'm a little conflicted with that because I wanna say like, sure you can stop texting, but you also have to remember that other people are possibly trying to do shit too.
Phones work both ways.
I
For
was
a
gonna,
reason.
yeah, exactly, and you gotta fucking hold yourself a little bit accountable for that too, which you have done enough of. You communicate, but that one's a hard one for me to want to just lean on so hard.
See, for me, I look at less of the, step back, stop texting, and see who responds,
Mm-hmm.
and I look at more of the friendships that you have where you can go years without talking to each other and
Yeah.
pick up like nothing ever happened.
That's what I was getting
That's-
ready. I was gonna bring that up next for sure.
That's more of the, that's who who your true friends are. I mean, even me and you. I mean, it was what, over a year since the last time I've seen you. I know
Yeah,
that for sure.
Up until this point,
Yeah.
yeah, it's been a while. There are a couple, a very select few people in my life that I have that are like that. A couple of them are from high school and shit. Because I for one can't stand, if you're both trying to do the family thing and make your life better, just the whole situation, you're trying like a motherfucker, and then someone comes at you and says, "Well, why the fuck haven't you called me?" I'm like, dude, like, are we still doing this? It's not fucking high school anymore.
Phones work both ways, and
Yeah.
that's why I prefer text. It's a lot easier because you send it out there, and when I get a chance to respond to you, I'm gonna respond to you.
Right,
Like,
and it doesn't need to be that way right off the bat because that just makes me want to not fucking respond.
Yeah.
Just be like, hey, what's going on? And guess what? We'll pick up like I just saw you.
Yep.
He doesn't text, so I have to call him.
well, that's because he probably tries to use the voice to text, and it doesn't know what the fuck he's saying.
God damn, he knows me too well. I guess send it. Fuck it.
Yeah,
Hold on, fuck it.
sure, he'll figure it out.
He can translate my voice. Maybe he can translate the text.
No, but he's the same way though. It doesn't matter. I mean, we both understand, and it's just like with both of you guys. It's super nice to know that if somebody needs help with something, then you can fucking make the phone call and not have a goddamn guilt trip attached to it.
Yeah.
You know.
And that goes to the point of where when a couple weeks ago I changed my Facebook profile picture and my fucking big whatever. I had 2 motherfuckers call me. 2. I didn't need him to call me. He was right here. 2 motherfuckers.
It's just
And everybody was like, "Fuck, you don't know shit.
great.
And you don't have that truck anymore."
Oh God. Just give me a second. Sorry. No, but that's a really good fucking example because that was a really really big part of your life, and for only 2. But it's nice,
It might have been 3. I'm not sure.
I-
But I was just trying to see how many people would respond.
It's just,
Yeah.
it's
see
Everybody
who
likes
actually
it,
pays
you know?
attention.
It should-
Everybody liked it.
it's yeah. Everybody's like, hey man, you good? I'm good. Good.
Good.
How's your truck? Oh well,
Been
doesn't
gone for years. It's
that
fine.
doesn't exist. But rub it in some more.
I still miss it, but I don't.
I'm like at this point in time, after growing up quite a bit, I'm a really big proponent of just, and I tell him this shit all the time. Like, like him and we don't give a fuck about money. You know, we work together, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and obviously he's staying here right now. But when it comes to like, we don't give a fuck about money. We don't go blow money on each other, and we don't do it that way. We're not irresponsible, but like when it comes to shit that's got to get done, we just fucking get shit done.
Yeah.
And that's the same way you are, and it's super nice because the amount of shit that can get done by numbers. If people just work together a little bit more and kept your connections close and not focused on, can you stop dragging your ass across the studio? My dog's asshole is everywhere in here. You're a real asshole, you know that? But you can get so much more accomplished with the shit that you offer and the shit that you offer, the directions we can go.
Oh, 100%.
And all we have to do is not be fucking petty and not be fucking assholes. Well, we can be assholes to each other, but
I mean,
You get-
that's a daily. That's a given.
yeah, you get what I'm saying.
Gotta keep the asshole alive inside you.
I don't have a choice. He likes to rear his ugly fucking face in the morning. You should name him something like Carl. I don't know. If it's before 11 o'clock, just call me Carl.
Hey, Carl.
Yeah, that feels good. You're going to know. Oh, at least that way I'll know.
Yeah.
Hey, is Carl still out? Apparently. Have you had your coffee yet, Carl? No, I'll go get it. Let me go deal with that. No, but it's nice that we've all kind of grown to be on the same page, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it goes back to what we were talking about earlier. I mean, the group that is still around is the group of people that actually want to become something. They don't want to just sit around and be comfortable with the life that they have. They want to get to a point to where you don't have to clock into a 9 to 5 every day.
Right.
You know?
And I think it's been kind of important for me personally. I've been trying to shift all my focuses on at least to some degree doing stuff. Like if I'm gonna get paid for doing stuff, I just want to make sure it's shit that I love.
Yeah.
You know, I'm into the shit. I don't have a problem with my job or the company that I work with now, but I sure as fuck don't want to do that for the rest of my life.
Oh no, my
You know-
body can't keep up with it.
Fuck, that's another part. And that's just, if I'm gonna keep doing this and we have to make money and shit like that, then let's fucking, you know, make sure you're doing shit that you want to be doing. Don't throw your life away like that.
Oh, yeah, that's why I'm doing the shit that I've been sending you. You know, the last couple of weeks. You
Yeah.
know, working on building that up and becoming, you know, a little bit more of myself.
It has
and
the vision.
doing the stuff that I enjoy doing, because it goes all the way back to that whole saying of, if you enjoy what you do every day, you don't go to work. And I mean, it'd be nice to do what I enjoy and gets the money for it.
Yeah, I mean, and there's nothing wrong with that. You can push anything that you want to do to the correct level. All you have to do is work a little bit harder for it, and it'll happen.
Just have fun with what you do.
You got to.
Well, and you used to work on stuff there at the off-road shop.
Mm-hmm.
So you might notice, if you actually think about it, where that frame came from that I sent you the other day.
Uh-oh. Which off-road shop? The one downtown?
The one off of Bell Road.
Oh,
Well, south of Bell Road.
that off-road shop.
Yep.
God, I forgot about that.
Yep.
Whoops. Well, now I'm curious. You'll have to send it to me again.
It's the pallet that they use to ship your Can-Ams.
Different off-road shop. We're still not on the same page. I don't think it's on Bill.
It's south of Bell. Yeah, it's
Thunderbird?
I think it's between Thunderbird and Greenway, because
Yeah.
Greenway technically don't go that far out. but
Yep. Okay. Now I know what off-road shop we're talking about. For fuck's sake.
Sage is lost.
You said Bell Road. There's
Well,
another one that I
I-
worked at on Bell Road.
I did say south of Bell Road.
Union Hill?
Huh? No. Nope. That was right next to a specific dealer that sells lifted trucks.
Gotcha.
Is that really the crate that they come in?
Yep.
Boy, I did not pay attention.
I did a side job for a guy, and he had two of them, and he gave me one as partial payment for the side job.
You know what? I think after COVID happened, they started shipping them in crates again. When I worked there, they weren't in crates.
They came assembled.
They came assembled for the most part.
You had to put the cage and shit on.
The cage, yeah.
Yeah.
But they were drivable.
Oh, they had wheels and stuff on them.
They were driving them into the shop.
Huh. Yeah,
But
'cause I don't think they come with wheels on them.
But- But they did tell me before I started they were doing that a long time ago, and then they stopped for a while. They started sending them complete, and then after COVID, I'm pretty sure that's how
oh,
they
and
started.
then they still charge us $700 for you guys to put them together. That's nice.
Oh yeah, dude, it was so easy.
That was such bullshit.
Easy 700. Oh,
That was when I bought mine. I was pissed off. I actually argued with them about it because mine tells you right on the manufacturer website that they are assembled and then shipped just like a regular car
Mhm.
on an actual freight like a car trailer.
Sorry.
So I got that fee waived. That dealership doesn't like me.
That's all right. I don't think a lot of us don't like that dealer or any of them.
Oh, it was a different dealer. There's only one dealer in Arizona that deals in the side-by-side I have.
Well, other than all that, how's everything else been?
Busy.
Yeah, that's how that works.
Basically working 7 days a week right now, so it's fun.
Sorry, I'm doing other business. Why are you? All three of you just staring at me? What are you looking at me like that for?
He wants to be on the podcast.
Podcast puppy is getting psychotic.
He's like, how come you never have me talk?
Give him a mic. Let's mic him up.
Yeah.
Here you talk.
Yeah, I gotta hear what this bitch has to say. I've been bitching about it for 5 years. You gonna say something now?
He's like, I got a lot to say.
Still make $40, bitch.
Oh man.
You sure you want everybody to know what he's got to say?
No, actually, I don't.
Yeah, probably not mic him up. Sorry, bud. You can't do that.
Maybe not. He just gave you the stink eye too.
Yeah, he's got too many secrets.
He said, "Bitch." I'm gonna tell you all about he beats the shit out of me.
Yeah.
He beats me. You're falling asleep right there on his knee. Dumb. Anyway, where did you grow up out here?
Born and raised.
Really?
Yep.
That's a first. Really? Like not even 1 year?
Nope. Born right at St. Joe's.
Holy shit!
Yep. Yeah.
God, you deserve a trophy for that.
Right? There's only like 10 of us in the whole state.
Seriously. I'm not even from. Neither of us are from here. Fucking hell! I shouldn't put that on there. I'm not gonna tell you where we're from.
Don't say it. Get fucking canceled.
Yeah, seriously. Spotify's gonna boot my ass. Like, no,
It's alright. We'll just bury you in the desert.
that's fine. I'll go. Vegas?
No, mine shafts. They'll never find you.
No, okay. I just like Vegas more.
Yeah, well, I don't know the mine shafts in Vegas.
I don't. Okay. Great. Are you helping
Throw
this?
us in water because it's all going away.
Not after this year.
This is really depressing.
I hope.
Bartlett's over full. Saguaro's over full.
What schools did you go to?
Schools?
Elementary.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what the name of that first elementary school I went to was. It was in
What?
Maryville.
There you go. That's what I was gonna ask.
It
What
was-
areas?
Yeah, it was definitely different.
You
If
prob-
anybody knows about Maryville.
You probably did not fit in. If I had to guess.
And then, but I was only there till first grade, and then I transferred up to, we moved up to Glendale. And so then I went to Sunburst and Desert Foothills and Greenway.
Sunburst.
Yeah.
Wow, that sounds fun. That's crazy.
Light.
Huh?
It's a burst of light.
It was actually crazy.
Dumb.
When I transferred up to Sunburst, I was in, I was like straight A's down at the other school.
Uh-huh.
And then when I transferred, I was struggling. And my dad went into the school and he's like, what's going on? And they're like, your son didn't really learn anything at that other school. like,
He's kind of fucking dumb.
I was in first grade and still didn't even know how to read.
Oh,
Like,
Jesus.
yeah, it was rough.
When, to dive off the deep end a little for you, sorry. When did your mom and your dad split up?
I believe it was either before I was born or very close thereafter.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so you never even got the situation together.
No. No, for as long as I can remember,
Fuck,
they've never
man.
been together.
Damn. Did not see that coming.
Yeah. Hard left.
Yeah, hard left, coming in hot. Well, that explains why you're, I mean, you're a lot like your dad.
Oh, very much so.
Yeah.
A lot of people will say even down to the laugh.
Yep. Yep, that would be relevant. Has it always been pretty cordial between them, or?
They realized very early on that they did not work out as a relationship,
Mhm.
but they were decent as friends, and they were like, well, we have a kid together, so we'll at least make it work for the kid. So, I mean, they don't really fight, and you know, the bit where I didn't know my mom growing up, my dad had always told me, he's like, if there's anything you want to know, he's like, I'll tell you. He's like, I'll be completely, you know, unbiased about it. He's like, because it's, if you want to know it, it's your right to know. It's your mother.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I never really, there wasn't that need for me. I had plenty of mother figures in my life, and so, and then once she did start coming back around, then that's when I decided I would just get it from her, like figure out what the issue was right from her.
Right.
So,
When was that?
middle school.
Oof. Oh,
Yeah, it was like,
fucking crucial time right there.
I think it was like 8th grade, 7th grade, somewhere's in there.
Good God. Well, that definitely explains why you're so much like your dad. I mean,
Oh, we've been through some shit.
yeah, I believe it. I fucking believe it. Your dad's a good dude.
Yeah, that's another guy. He'll stop whatever he's doing to help somebody,
He will.
even if it'll put him in a bind.
He did that when I worked with him. So,
He's allowed quite a few people.
just so we're
Stay on
clear,
his couch.
he's still alive. I don't mean to make it sound like he's dead. I don't think he's dead yet.
Oh no!
Maybe give him a phone call, because I'm pretty sure he was still alive. I'm making it sound like he was a good dude.
I just saw him yesterday. I hope so.
No, he's still around. I should probably go see him soon, actually. But
Yeah, you and Austin.
do you... Austin, if you're listening, I'm sorry for this. Good luck getting him the fuck out.
Oh, trust me, I know. 2 of you was supposed to show up one night.
He's going through... That was not my promise, just so we're clear. He's going through a lot of stuff right now. Doodle, can you... What do you just... I know he looks comfy, but just leave him alone. He's going through quite a bit of a lot of different shit. So I don't really even know how to... Yeah, he's going through a lot. But yes, I do need to go see everybody.
Yeah, quit hiding in your fucking hermit crab cave.
Now it's a big ass empty hermit crab cave. We're not gonna get into that though.
Not that empty.
There's another left.
I have you here.
Yeah, I'm over 300 pounds, okay? Like 2 people.
And we still got Jack Daniels. It'll be all right.
Thank you, Jack, for
Yeah.
keeping us
He
company.
keeps us, you know, breathing.
He does well by me. Yeah, he's really uplifting.
Talking about him like that.
Sorry, I was way out of
Need
line.
some now.
Don't pour too heavy, cause we're out of Coke.
Pour heavy enough for that.
All right, 10-4.
Too heavy.
Oh darn, I did it again.
My
2
bad.
shots of vodka.
Bloop, 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 bloop.
Splash of Coke.
Do you carry any like resentments or feelings towards that whole situation?
Not at all.
I was gonna say, I mean,
I mean,
you probably can't. There was really nothing there to develop. That's just
Yeah.
the way you were.
yeah, I mean, I didn't know any difference from it until, you know, you start getting older. And like I said, you know, earlier when we were talking, I've always been that quiet, awkward, didn't really fit in with anybody person.
Mm-hmm.
So I probably didn't even have that realization that it's not normal until a lot later than when most people would, because I wasn't invited to like birthday parties and stuff like that growing up. You know, not near as much as like most kids are, you know. So to me, I never really saw it. And then when I did get older and start going over to like friends' houses and stuff, I was like, oh,
Is this what it's like?
This is different.
This is
but-
what it's like to have friends.
But my
It's just legal.
But my stepmom was also there, you know, from pretty young on too. So
Was she the
There-
same one I know?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not really to me, I didn't really know much of a difference. So, I mean, my stepmom, like I said, is definitely like a mother figure, as a stepmom should be. And then you've also got, all of my dad's group. I mean, they all basically, it took all of them to help raise me.
Well, in the lines of work that he's been in, he's one of the original fucking like blue collar dudes, that was around for everybody.
He's done.
He's always had
everything,
fucked up jobs.
and he's done anything you can think of. And
Right.
You want to talk about hard job? I think the one that he's told me was the worst was laying asphalt in the middle of Arizona summer. Because he was also on day shift doing that, so 115 degrees out laying asphalt
With hot tar.
Yeah.
Um, I just ask these kinds of questions because I feel like I can kind of almost sort of relate with, you talk about growing up and starting to realize kind of who you are and why you are. That's part of the bigger reason that I started doing this shit was because I started realizing that there was things from me growing up that I realized were part of the reason I'm fucked up now. I mean, maybe fucked up's not the right word, but it's molded me where I am now. We grew up in two very different ways, but it's crazy that the result of some of the stuff that happened from that long ago is treating, how you how you think to this day. And I think it's kind of fucked up that I'm coming up on 35 and like just now
You old fucking bastard.
I'm like, come on, I could have dealt with this shit a lot earlier, but no. Yeah, call him old. Go ahead. No. But you know what I mean? It's just crazy that as a result of certain things, they affect you going on this far in.
Yeah, I would say a lot of how that affected me is I am definitely very much that type of person that if you tell me I can't do something, it's going to happen.
Well, that's Jimmy for sure.
And so like growing up, my dad told me you're too tall and skinny to be a bull rider.
So you fucking did it.
So I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go do that. And he told me, he's like, well, I won't sign the consent. And I was like, fine, I turn 18 in a couple weeks.
Pain in the ass, dude.
He called me that weekend of my 18th birthday. He's like, where you at? I was like, out at the bar?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, you're 18. And I was like, well, I ain't drinking.
Nope.
He's like, you're a fucking dumbass.
I mean, in all fairness, you got pretty fucked up, right?
I mean, besides the knee and the back, and I think I'm all right.
It's like I walk a little slumped over now, but we're good. Oh shit! Yeah.
Some mornings you wake up, you're like, wait, how am I getting out of bed today? But it'll be all right.
Yep. Damn, man.
But that's also part of why I'm going down that endeavor that I've been working on the last couple days. I've had a couple people tell me, they're like, well, you can't do that. You can't do that without certifications. And so I was like, well, I'm gonna build this from scratch and prove that I can do what needs to be done, and then I'm gonna use that as my selling tool to be able to do what I need to do.
The one thing going into this whole thing and everything else that I want to do that people fucking keep constantly reminding me of, and you guys both including a lot more other people, but if there's one thing that it'll forever be an echo in my head is that you have to start somewhere.
100%.
And it pisses me off because I'm never happy with the beginning quality of shit, But until you learn and perfect, you're just gonna start somewhere.
The one thing I would say with this that I've noticed a lot of people do that I hope you don't do is once you get better and you get that better equipment and you get the better sound quality and everything, a lot of people, they like to try and hide that early shit because they don't want people to know how they started. I say leave that because that shows your progress, and so for people coming up behind you that are wanting to try and do that same thing,
mm-hmm.
wanting to come and make their own podcast, and they're having that rough early on quality, it doesn't make them sit there and think like, oh, everybody starts out great. Let them see how that early shit is.
You fucking struck right in a nerve because this has been since the beginning. since I was sitting in my dining room on a desktop computer with no mic trying to figure out how to do this, this has been one of my biggest battles is, and I constantly, like, I do get defensive when people bring it up because I hate hearing when people listen to those, like, first, we'll say the first 5 episodes are fucking wild. Boy, go down one of them rabbit holes. I leave them on there for exactly what you said, though, because I think it is important to keep the progress notable. And with this and what you can do too is, it's weird for what I'm trying to accomplish and for a podcast, because podcasts usually aren't visual. You don't normally see like behind the scenes and all that bullshit.
Depends. Some podcasts are.
But
I mean, I've definitely.
I kind of think it's fun.
Like the podcasts that I've learned 90% of what I know about diesels from, they do have a live stream YouTube of their podcast while they're doing it.
See?
So,
and I think it's super fun, and there's a bunch of ideas that I have that I want to make this even more interactive. And I'm not really sure why. I'm pushing myself to make this something that doesn't exist yet.
Yeah.
And I think that's the key right there, is that shock value, that important. You made something that people haven't done a bunch of.
Yeah, because and that's how you're going to get yourself known. I mean, you're not going to get known by doing what everybody else is doing.
Right. And that's the important shit, and that's why I'm telling you too, because you're starting out doing the shit that you want to get done, and the shit that we're going to have to work on fucking getting out there. But you got to find an angle, and you got to find a way to make sure that your stamp is fucking known.
Oh, yeah.
You know, this world, all you have to do is post a bunch of shit, and you can be well known around the world.
Oh, 100%, especially if you get people that help share that shit out.
Dude, we have the social media is a blessing and a curse, because we have the tools to be as fucking famous as you want to be. All you have to fucking do is do it.
Especially if you're willing to invest a little bit of money in yourself, because even Facebook, I mean, you can pay, I think it's like $20.
Yep.
And they'll send that shit out to everybody in the fucking state.
Mm-hmm. And it's I don't personally understand how people get so discouraged about, well, I want to do this or I want to do that. I'm like, well, then fucking just do it.
Yeah, quit talking about it if I can do something.
Go buy some used shit, start off, try, get it done, and I don't know, figure it out. Him and I, we talk about this like we have way too much time on our hands during the day, by the way. I'm just gonna start with that. So the dreams and the thoughts just fucking flow out of us constantly, but there's zero speed bumps. There's nothing to stop anything that you want to do.
Oh yeah, and especially, I mean, with YouTube. I mean, YouTube will teach you how to do goddamn near anything. I mean, I feel like I could probably figure out how to do some heart surgery if I really wanted to on YouTube. I mean,
I wouldn't go that far.
He's like, maybe start with a toe.
Okay. Only a broken toe, I can fix that. I watch YouTube. We're good. They're small. Not fucking open heart surgery.
no, we're just gonna go right into it. Come on now.
Where's the X-Acto knife? Wait.
Who needs an X-Acto knife? We got Kershaw.
Great. Break out the dikes. Angle cutters.
Alternative lifestyle pliers. Come on now.
Alternative lifestyle pliers.
That's fucking...
That's good.
God.
Oh, God.
You're trying to get us canceled already.
I mean, I think you just pushed that a little farther than I did.
No, but going off of that, I mean, a lot of people, like I said before, a lot of people have been telling me to do what I want to do. You got to be able to get certified and all of that. But then from talking to a lot of people that are in the trade, I find out most of them aren't certified. Most of them have never gone to school.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was sitting there and I was like, well, then what makes this any different?
Do you have like a specific, a hardcore specific direction about what you want to be doing?
Right now I'm focusing a lot on the welding.
Like welding what though? I know you got something in mind.
I like building shit from scratch, like kind of like what we were talking about a little bit right before we started on this. You know, just that somebody has a vision in their mind and just being able to sketch out what they want and take it from their mind to paper to metal. And that's what I'm doing with that trailer. I mean,
now I'm just throwing a curveball at you.
Yeah.
I have zero faith that it's zero faith. I have no faith in what you're doing here. No, I have zero question in my mind that you can figure out how to mix and match the. I do know because one of my good friends, two of my good friends, I have fabricators in both the ironworkers
Uh-huh.
and I have fabricators in trucks. And there's, I'm sure there's more. I'm not saying there's not more, but I know that those are two very different styles.
Very, yes.
So, what's your thought on that?
I know, and it's just my comfort level right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like working with thin metal. I built that toolbox for the truck because
Fuck that shit.
somebody told me that I couldn't build it, and they said that with going with stacks on a truck, you're gonna just lose bed space. So I said, fuck that, and I'm gonna prove you wrong.
What you did.
And
I just hope there's no plastic in there.
there's plastic.
In the pipe?
Oh well, it's probably still in there.
Sorry. Just saying, I hope it's not in there.
It probably is. Well, that's a whole conversation for another time.
I think it's funny.
Sage likes putting stuff down exhaust pipes. It's fine.
I get curious, man. It fit.
But
It's just a plastic bottle.
that was full of degreaser.
All you had to do was stay on the gas.
Sorry, there's cars in front of me.
Thump.
She gone.
I was like, great. So what do you say to somebody who brings that challenge to you? Like, are you?
It's not something I'm going to turn down. I think that's kind of where you're going towards with it. Is it a job that I'm not going to take? I'm not going to turn the job down and say I'm not going to do it. But
So are you gonna
I'm also
dabble in
not-
everything? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I especially in the beginning, probably. But I'm going to be honest with the people up front and let them know, like, hey, this isn't something that I've done a whole lot of, or I haven't done it all. So if you're willing to bear with me, I'm not going to charge you, full rate, but I'm still going to make a little bit of money because I'm not going to do it for free.
I
But
think,
I'm not going to, like,
I think I'm overthinking it. I really do think this is a me problem. And that, because I'm thinking about it as you're talking about it, and there's plenty, there are companies that offer similar services, and there's no way in fuck that they just have one guy that knows how to fucking weld everything the way that it was designed to be welded, or whatever the case may be.
well, in welding, there is no, like,
There's really not.
there's no, this is how you do it.
There's not,
I mean-
and that's the fucking great part, is if you can construct your own way to do it, and it's correct and it's strong, then you could fucking do it however the fuck you want to do it.
Yeah, and I think where I'm having a lot of fun with it is, a lot of people also told me that the welder that I'm using isn't a strong enough welder to do certain stuff, and I have proved that very fucking wrong.
Perfect.
I've got, it's your higher end 110 welders,
Mm-hmm.
so it's,
Dude, 110s do a lot more than they're given credit for.
and with that 110, I've taken the axle of one of the trailers that I work on at work,
Mm-hmm.
and I welded a little 3-inch steel ring to it. Literally just had 3 points that I could actually weld because of the angle I welded it on there. So it's basically like 3 oversized tack welds, and I was able to pick it up by that steel ring and pick up the entire axle.
God damn,
so
see?
I would say that the little 110 will do enough.
It'll do quite a bit. A lot more than, like I said, people give it credit for.
I think it's a lot more just knowing how to watch your puddle and how to make sure you're actually getting that proper penetration.
It was so funny because when I made I got taught by the iron worker that I was telling you about. I was taught how to weld by him, and his dad was in that trade as well. So I've been friends with them and close to them for fucking ever. He taught me how to weld, and he taught me fucking good how to weld. I can weld like a motherfucker. But it was kind of funny when I made the transition from just doing factory automotive to going into fabrication. They called me out immediately just by looking. Like, the welds weren't bad, but they saw by the way that I was taught how to weld, they were like, "What'd you do before this?" "Oh, I worked at Ford. I don't know. I just worked at the dealer." "What do you?" "Okay."
Who taught you how to weld? I was like, oh god, that's not my bad.
Oh yeah, it's. I mean, even like because I was looking into welding school until I realized the price.
I think it's a fucking. I mean, really, honestly, it's like a waste of money. It's like going to. I can't name off other schools that I'm gonna get sued by.
But to have that license
Yeah.
just gives you that little bit more of a window.
I think
It makes it easier to find your insurance companies if you're like trying to actually start a business. Because,
okay, that's different from what I'm thinking. I'm
Yeah.
thinking about just a typical job.
Yeah. Well, but that also helps find a job too. You'll make way more money if you got that little piece of paper.
Okay, see,
Like for me, if I were to go in, because most jobs for welding, whether you're certified or not, they're going to give you a weld test to be able to get hired on.
well, I've seen this.
And
These videos are funny.
when you lay down that bead, that's going to basically set whether you get the job or not, for one, but also how much they're going to pay you.
Mm-hmm.
And having that little piece of paper just makes it to where you're going to get paid just a little bit more.
Now I gotta paint over that. No, I'm just fucking with you. Fucking killing bugs in here.
Just leave it drywall. It's fine.
Great.
We'll paint it in bug juice.
Okay. Well, on that note, I think maybe I will just get with you and maybe I'll pay you to get some of that fab work done that we were talking about before this.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Well, if we can branch out, I got a foot in the door. Why not?
Yeah.
Because if things go right between everything that we're kind of talking about, there's going to be a lot more where that came from. Just other little plans that we got.
Some of the stuff in the yard.
No,
No.
no, much
Doesn't exist yet.
much bigger scale.
Oh.
One of them does. It's just up there.
Other plans, other endeavors.
Well, I mean, there's that one that me and you were talking about that last time I was over here when
Yep.
we were doing all that electrical.
Oh, that one.
That one's happening.
The people know about that one. The barbecue shit.
Oh no, not that one.
Oh shit, wrong endeavor.
The
God, I gotta stop drinking. No, he
the
said absolutely not.
the getting rid of, they getting rid of the truck and repurposing it. I guess I should say, not getting rid of
Which truck?
mine.
For this purpose?
I mean, it definitely would take a lot of fabrication, is what I'm getting at.
Copy that. We'll do it.
I don't know if you're picking up what I was talking about. I think you may have forgotten.
Yeah, it's not feeling good. But we'll get into it. We got to close this down. Because I still got to eat dinner. I'm retarded. I don't want to talk to you about it. Did you enjoy yourself?
I mean, that's a little weird. It's 3 dudes in here. I don't think I'm enjoying myself like that.
That's a yes. That's a yes. Would you do this again? Can I have you back on again?
Oh, we'll see about it.
It's the first time I've gotten a sideways answer about that. Great. So,
It
All
wouldn't
right.
be me if I was, straight and easy. Come on now.
straight and easy. So what do you say? No, I'm just kidding.
It's easy.
So, we'll plan on seeing you again. I mean, you'll be here again no matter what, because when we do our expansions, I need you to
No, we
some of
left,
my wires.
we left plenty. It's fine.
I don't think that's... Anyway. That's real close.
Box right here. Box right here.
Well, I appreciate you coming on and giving us some insight as to why you are. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it was fun.
Is there any plugs that you wanna? Anything you wanna include? Any sponsors plugs? No.
No, not really.
Do you have any social media you wanna? Any business page?
Not at the moment, because like I said, I'm still getting everything set up to where I can actually go down that endeavor.
Well,
Because I'm trying to be mobile, and so that's why I'm building that trailer. And I'm trying to make it to where I could even go out true rural. Like if they don't have any power or anything like that, I've got generator and everything. I'm trying to make it to where everything will run off that generator, and I'll be able to run everything that way.
Well, hopefully by the next time you're on, we can plug something and get that shit spread.
Yeah, that's definitely the plan. But I mean, if anybody does need any welding work or anything like that, they can definitely reach out to Sage. He knows how to get a hold of me.
Me versus me info at gmail.com. I will get you in touch with Mr. Pike.
for all your welding and fabrication. Mobile, hopefully by then, mobile needs. If not, we can get you figured out and get it taken care of.
I mean, I could go mobile. It's just not as easy as what I'm trying to make it go. So.
All right. Well, it can get figured out. He's a good dude, good hard worker, American made, and fucking blue collar for sure. So, your welding and fabrication needs. As always, take a listen on YouTube, Spotify, give us a like, follow, Instagram, Facebook, all of it. You fuckers have a good night. We love you.
Thank you.